Welcome to Fortyborn, the Limited Lorcana podcast, where a gaming veteran
and a gaming novice
explore all things Lorcana. With a focus on limited formats, we cover set reviews, strategy guides, and stuff that nobody asked for.
Let's get started. Let's do the pod.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
This is your favorite time of the year.
It's the best time of year.
Why?
Because it's March Madness.
And it has nothing to do with anything else that happens in March?
Nope.
Yeah, no other significant event occurs in March in this room.
Just March Madness.
Yeah.
Just basketball games galore. College basketball, the best sporting event ever.
Yeah.
At this time of year.
It is fun. My bracket's been obliterated.
Par for the course.
Back to back. If you want to know who's going to lose in round one, just ask me who's going to win the tournament.
Ask Jake who he picked to win it all, and that's a sure bet to lose their first game.
Last year, I was all in on Purdue.
One seed Purdue.
Yeah,
by the way.
The third time in history that a 16 seeds beat a first seed. Is that right?
Yep. Third time
cool.
ever.
And then I picked Kentucky.
Yep. And how'd they do, Jake?
Oh, they lost to a 14 seed. A 35-year-old real estate broker was just draining threes on them the entire game.
Hit a record amount of threes in the game.
Yeah, unbelievable.
It was great.
Well, I signed up for the Lorcana community bracket, and I was riding high all day. And then Kentucky lost, and, well, I'm basically out.
Yeah, I honestly forgot to make a bracket because I had my hand in so many pots that I didn't even do it. So you're now embarrassing us in the Lorcana community bracket.
I'm also embarrassing my family in the group chat. It's bad.
It's everywhere. It's all angles.
But I don't watch college basketball until March Madness, so
that's fair.
I can't be too worked up about it.
I think that's normal. I think that's most people.
Yeah, I just go with my gut, and then, my gut's good at finding upsets.
Yeah, you're just on the wrong side.
Yeah, next year I'm just going to do the opposite of what my gut says.
Yeah, that's what they say, right? Don't trust your gut.
Yeah, I've learned that. March Madness is a great time of the year, but I alluded to this earlier. This will come out next Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's the day after the day before has no significance whatsoever.
No.
None.
No.
It's nobody's birthday on that day.
No,
and it would be a real shame if our listeners just really encouraged Taylor the day this comes out. Maybe just what he means to you and how good of a friend he is, or a host, or a counselor.
Oh, man.
No, there's no connection to what's happening on Monday.
No.
And the age that Taylor's turning. Got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad we're not talking about it.
Yeah, if this comes out on Tuesday and you wanted to tweet at us or message us on Discord or email us, information for all of that is in the show notes, and you can just on Tuesday for no reason whatsoever, just really encourage Taylor.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely. So that Jonty episode was fun, huh?
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah, you just slagged him off in the middle of it and went to go do your taxes.
I did feel terrible. I was having a good time, too. I wish I could have... Feels like I could have just talked to Jonty for hours.
Yeah, he has a very soothing voice. I wish he would read audiobooks.
Yeah, I didn't even want to speak. I just wanted to listen.
Oddly enough, I think our listeners said the same thing about the episode.
Don't blame them.
Don't blame them at all. So, Jonty, thanks for coming on. It was a good time, and we'll chat with him more in the future.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I like learning new British slang. I try to work it into my day-to-day conversation.
Yeah, have you done that?
I just did. I said slagged off.
Oh, yeah, good job. I didn't even notice. It just seems so natural.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there once for 2 days. All right, well, in other big news, I promise. So this episode, we're going to do a pop quiz. We're going to test Taylor's Lorcana skills. We're going to see how he's improved, all right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're going to have regular check-ins to see how the gaming novice is progressing. And you all can collectively decide if Taylor is warranted a level up from novice to...
What, like amateur?
Yeah, I think amateur would be a good next step.
Ooh, look at me.
So we'll see how you do today.
Yeah.
But before we do, I want to talk about the Lorecast.
Yes, let's talk about the Lorecast. Big news.
Yeah, I know other
Sort of big news.
people will probably dive into this more. We're not really like a news thing, but it was just really exciting to see. So for those of you who missed it, on Wednesday, Ravensburger had their first ever Lorecast, is what they're calling it, and I think it's going to be every other week. And this episode, or this one, was 2 hours. I don't know how long it will always be, but Rochelle, I think she's a community manager, and had on an art director and a game designer to talk about different aspects of the game, and share news, which is really exciting. So we'll get to the news in a second, but also it was really cool to see the Illumiteers on there.
That's sweet.
Yeah, Liam and Aaron, they are really, really awesome people in the community. They've done a lot of charitable actions in terms of collecting cards and starter decks to give away to kids and to give away to different groups. So
Awesome.
big fans of them and their content.
Yeah.
And it was awesome just seeing them in Seattle with Ravensburger people on like a really high production set. It was a really cool experience to see.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it felt like Lorcana is like stepping into its own as like okay, we're a good game, and we're like, I don't want to say taking it seriously, because obviously they have been, but like it feels like they've finally been able to catch their breath and now spend time and energy doing things like some more, I don't want to say fun, because it's not like this was like just for fun. This was very necessary, and I'm sure it was a huge endeavor to get it all accomplished.
Yeah.
But it was just really cool to see. Like
Yeah.
it made me feel like, oh, this is like this is a real game with a real company behind it, and seeing like real faces of people that are working on it.
For sure.
When we hold the cards in our hand, I think it's easy to forget about everything that went into that.
Yeah.
So
sure.
it was just really cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, you get to like a certain level of, popularity and success with the game, and they're like, okay, where we're at now warrants us doing these additional things and like taking these steps. And so like, it's cool that they are acknowledging that and, giving people what they want.
Yeah, I totally agree. And we had no idea what they were going to talk about.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. We got like, it exceeded all of my expectations. They absolutely knocked it out of the park. I mean, I think I'm so impressed by the quality of the cast and the production and the preparation. It was really smooth, and it was fun, and it was cool to get all of this information. We got the name of the next set, which is Ursula's Return.
Okay.
She's back.
She back.
I don't know where she's back from, but she's back.
Yeah, where did she go?
I don't know. If you want lore, we're not that podcast for you.
We're not those guys.
No. But they released 16 new cards.
16, okay.
And you haven't seen any of them, but
I haven't.
as a part of your pop quiz, we'll be seeing how your grades can stack up against mine.
Can't wait.
In a few minutes. And then they announced the locations for the first challenge events.
Okay.
So these are like officially run by Ravensburger, and they are competitive tournaments where they will give out exclusive promo cards, like full art, cool, like really beautiful versions of existing cards, like Dragonfire and Let It Go. And based on how you perform, you get a higher rarity of card.
Okay, sweet.
In terms of like, if you make top 16, then at that tournament, there's only 16 of those, so the rarity, not like on the card rarity, but like in terms of how many are in the wild,
Right.
which translates to monetary value, that's what you get.
Yeah.
And if you get top 4, they haven't released it yet, but there's like 4 super cool exclusive cards that you can get. So I'm excited about that. But the first one is going to be in Atlanta.
Hey, right in our backyard, brother.
Yeah, May 25th and 26th.
End of May.
Yeah. So if you want to meet us,
We're hitting up.
are we going to be there?
I think we're gonna be there.
I'm going to be there.
I think we're gonna be there. I think I'm gonna be there.
I'm going to be there. Taylor's 95% going to be there. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you want to meet us, just let us know if you're coming to Atlanta. We would love to maybe draft with you or whatever.
That'd be great.
Typically, the way these events go is there's one big thing, like the tournament that they're having, but there's lots of side events, right? So you can just go and not even play in the big event.
Yeah.
And you can just do side events like draft or sealed, or maybe they'll do like a casual area or like a multiplayer area. There'll probably be vendors selling things. Usually it's a big variety of options independent of the main event. Now, I'm going to try to get in the main event, but there's only 512 slots. And if I get in, I'm probably not going to make it to day 2.
Believe in yourself.
I'm
Jay.
probably going to lose out.
Don't be Kentucky.
I'm gonna use my University of Kentucky sleeves, and my Purdue deck box. And if I scrub out on day 1, then day 2, hey, come draft with me and Taylor. We're gonna have a good time.
We'll be there. Hey, do we know where it's happening in Atlanta? We just know Atlanta.
No, not yet. So I don't know which of our friends we're gonna have to bum a place to stay off of.
But we're doing it.
Depending on the location, I have friends in, various parts of Atlanta.
Good, we're covered.
Yeah, so we're covered. And yeah, if you're coming, please reach out. We'd love to meet you.
For sure.
It's going to be a good time. They also announced a best of 2 format. Well,
yes.
It's not actually best of 2. It's like 2-game Swiss, I think is what they're calling it. Two-game format? I don't know. You play each person 2 times. So if me and you sat down to play, we would roll the die. If I win the die roll, I pick if I want to go first in the first game or if I want to go first in the second game.
Mm-hmm.
If I win both games, I get 3 points and you get 0.
Okay.
If I win 1 game and you win 1 game, then I get 1 point and you get 1 point.
Okay.
And then if I loot...
Yeah, you said it all. That's it.
That's them. Those are the options. If I win the first game and then the second game doesn't complete in the time period, I think it's 50 minutes, then I still get a point. So if I win the first game and then the second game goes to time, round just ends and
only
I get 1 point.
is awarded for both of you. Gotcha.
You get 0.
Bummer.
So then at the end of the day, it's based on the points that you have, and then I think the next thing is the number of wins. So like if we both have 20 points, but you have 10 wins in the day and I have 9 wins in the day, I don't know if those are real numbers. Then you would beat me,
right?
And you would proceed.
Yep.
And the next tiebreaker I think is strength of schedule. So if we both have the same number of wins, but my opponents that I played were better than your opponents, then I would proceed. And if it's still tied, then it's whoever won the most game 2s. It's like if
wow,
yeah,
they really drew that out.
Yeah. Well, I think
yeah, that's true.
In a 512 player tournament, this stuff comes up, and you gotta have
covered.
Yeah, you gotta have ways to break the ties.
For sure.
I've seen a lot of people being like, you should just always go second, and I think
that's what my first thought was.
I think that's where I'm at right now, but I can see arguments for both sides. I'm waiting out. I'm just waiting. I need to see how the format plays out before I make my decision.
Yeah.
Because when I first saw that, honestly, I was like, oh gosh, that's a terrible idea. But the more I thought about it and the more I heard the reasoning behind it, like I'm coming around to it.
Yeah. Why do you think it was terrible?
Well, it's just different.
Oh, hey, change.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, hey, games have been doing it this way.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
But some people would argue that the system was kind of broke because, like, there's a big first player advantage in Lorcana.
Right.
And the existing tournament structure is also really confusing. Like, people are acting like this is kind of confusing. Okay, explain tiebreakers to me.
This seems pretty straightforward, to be honest.
Yeah, explain best of 3 tiebreakers to me.
Can't do it.
Y'all don't understand it. Stop lying. You're waiting on Melee to tell you who's going on and who's not.
Quit lying.
So best, I keep calling it best of 2. 2-game Swiss. I'm a fan of the idea. What I'm most excited about is that Ravensburger is willing to try things.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
They said they've play tested this. They said people didn't like it and then tried it and liked it.
I mean,
so hey, sign me up.
Right.
I like liking things I didn't like.
That's kind of what you gotta say though. It's kind of a funny approach. Like if I release something and everyone was like, "Oh, we hate that," I'd be like, "Yeah, that's exactly what we thought you would do." but you're gonna love it.
Gotcha.
That's like a great strategy.
Yeah, man, that's next level. Well, I'm excited to try it out. I'm excited that Ravensburger is trying things.
I'm excited that we get to go to Atlanta.
Yeah, man. It's going to be good.
Great location choice.
Yeah. If you need restaurant recommendations, hit us up.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a good time.
For sure.
I think that's it for Lorecast.
Sweet.
I think that's it for March Madness.
Sweet.
Wait, who do you pick to win March Madness?
I picked Houston. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Connecticut won. UConn, I wouldn't be surprised if Purdue won. Anything outside of that will be surprising.
Man, I hope Purdue loses round 1 after what they did to me last year.
That would be a lot of fun. We shall see today.
We shall.
We shall see 4 days ago.
Yeah, when this is released. Okay, so it's pop quiz time.
All right.
All right, so the way that this is gonna work, we're gonna open a pack, and you're gonna walk us through your thought process. So you're gonna go card by card.
Okay.
You're gonna read the title, and you're just gonna tell us,
My feelings.
your feelings, and if you want to take this card or the next one, like you just move through the pack, and compare them, and then at the end you say which card you would take,
Which card I'm taking,
and
ultimately.
then maybe like, okay, what are like your top 3 picks in the pack?
Perfect.
Okay, and then we're gonna do a quick card rating using some of the new cards, and then we're gonna do a scenario based thing if we have time at the end.
Yeah.
I'll show you a couple of game states, and you tell me if you should challenge or quest with your characters.
Perfect.
Sick. You ready
Can't
for your
wait.
quiz?
No, I'm not ready, but I'm ready.
All
Also,
right.
now last time we opened a pack, the community wanted to hear the crinkle.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, okay.
I got the crinkle.
there was outrage.
Yeah. Sorry about that. It won't happen again. All right. So we're gonna kick it off with the pack opening. So here's the pack opening. You getting that?
You pick it up. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. That's what you came here for.
You hear that?
You just had to wait a good 16 minutes.
Yep.
All right.
All right. There's the pack. So you're gonna talk us through it, and then we'll see what the community thinks.
All right.
I don't know what's in this either.
Card 1. We got a little Chief Tui.
Yeah.
A little vanilla guy.
Okay.
Just a little strong boy,
Yeah.
I don't hate him.
We'll see if I can say what the card does.
Okay.
You pay 4 for a 3/4 that quests for 2.
Wow, this guy, dude. Yep. Spot on. Okay. Card 2. We have Moana. I thought you were going to guess.
Well, I need the subtitle.
Oh, sorry. Undeterred Voyager.
Is that the red one?
Yep.
It's like
Yep. Follow your heart.
5 for
Nope.
a 3/4 with evasive.
4/3/4 evasive. You were so close.
Oh, you pay 4 for a 3/4
even better. Right
that
now.
quest for 1,
Yes.
and it's evasive.
Correct.
Okay, so between these two, which one are you leaning towards?
Moana. I'm leaning Moana
That makes sense.
for the evasive.
How do we feel about Chief Tui though? Any shame on Chief Tui?
No, I felt fine about Chief Tui.
No shame on Chief Tui. He's great.
He's fine at putting your deck. All right, but I am taking Moana over Chief at this point. Next card, strike a good match. Action. Do you know how the ink cost?
I don't know what this card is because I'm sure it's terrible. Wait, is it green?
Yep.
Oh, it's not terrible. It's the good one.
Uh-huh.
It's a song. It costs 2.
Yep.
You get to draw 2 cards and then discard a card.
Yes, correct. Good action. Right now I'm still taking Moana, but what a pack we've opened so far.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. Next card, Magica Dispel, Ambitious Witch.
Is that
Purple?
you? Just a 3/4 one?
No.
Or is this the one that you can like?
You're overshooting a little bit.
Huh?
Go lower.
It's a 2/3 one.
Uh-huh.
You just pay 2 for a 2/3 one?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was that one or if it was the one that like you can like tap for items or whatever.
Nope,
Sorry.
no abilities for that one.
Okay.
I'm still at this point. I'm still sticking with Moana.
Makes sense.
But I'm not like mad about any of these so far. All right, we have an action. Next card, Distract.
Is that blue?
Yep.
It's like inkable. You pay 2 to reduce something strength by 2.
Yep.
And draw a card.
This guy.
Do you draw a card?
This guy is. That's why he's a professional. That's why he makes the big bucks. You do draw a card.
Let's go.
All right.
I don't know if that makes me a professional. I think it just means I have no life. But keep going.
All right. I'm still taking Moana. Right now.
Now, to be fair, you just saw the word evasive.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's fair. That's totally valid. But keep going.
All right. Next card, Joshua Sweet, the Doctor.
This is the bodyguard. You pay 4 for a 1/5 that quests for 2
Yes,
and has bodyguard.
it does.
Okay, now what are you gonna do?
I like this. I like this card. I like bodyguard. Oof. I don't know yet. I'm gonna
Jury's out.
I'm gonna put him second in. I'm putting with Moana
Okay.
as my top 2. All right, we have Wildcat Mechanic.
Get your head in the game.
Get your head in the game. What do we got, Jake?
Oh, you pay 3 for a 2/3 with evasive. You can tap it and destroy an item.
Yes. Perfect. Quest for 1. Wow, look at this pack.
It's stacked.
Stack pack. Another evasive. Banishing chosen item. I don't know. You probably not. You might use that.
To be fair, we're blind here, right? Like we don't have a deck. We don't know our curve. This
Right.
is just what are we taking first
This
out of
is
the first
just
pack.
one card, one pack. Correct.
Okay, what's next?
Next is Queen of Hearts, Wonderland Empress.
Is that the one that like buffs your other villains? You pay 3 for a 3/3/1, and your other villains get +1.
You got it.
Or?
You got it, champ. This is the first go round. This guy. We're not even editing this. He just knows his stuff. I am not taking this card.
I think that's a safe. I think I like the card.
We have another
Yes.
Wildcat mechanic, so pop him right there.
Yeah, it is weird when you get 2 of the same uncommon in a pack, but
The other thing that's kind of weird is the literal coloring on these cards is different.
yeah,
Is
it
that
happens.
Get it together, Ravensburger.
I blame Ryan Miller.
All right, he's directly to blame. Next, we have an item you may have noticed as I turned my card. Maui's Place of Exile.
Not an item.
I mean, sorry, a location.
Maui's Place of Exile gives everything resist 1 that's there,
Yes,
but
it
I think
does.
it's like it's inkable. It costs 1 to move there, and it has 4 willpower,
Really close. 5 willpower.
5 willpower, but no lore,
No lore.
and it costs 3 to play, 2 to play.
2, you got that
Okay,
part
okay.
right. I am not taking that.
Okay,
Boo.
yeah, that's our first rare. What's our next rare plus?
Next rare plus is Kita.
Ooh, we got a legendary.
Heyo.
I made a few bucks.
Protector of Atlantis.
Gosh, this one actually has a lot of text on it.
It does, yeah.
I think it costs 6.
Lower.
It costs 5.
Yep.
Oh, hang on, my computer. It costs 5.
Uh-huh.
Is it a 3/6?
Really close. 3,
3/5.
3, 5.
All right, you can see I've not drafted this card. You pay 5 for a 3/5. It has shift 3,
Yep.
and when this enters play, all cards get -3. All characters get -3 strength until the start of your next turn.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Including your characters, correct?
Yeah.
She looks great. I'm not taking her.
Okay.
Next, last card. Star Key, Devious Pirate.
Starkey. Yeah.
You guessing?
Oh, 6 for a 6/6/2. 7 for a 7/7/2.
Keep going.
Just a big vanilla boy.
Yeah. 7663.
7 for a 6/6/3.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Big vanilla boy. And that's it. We got a couple little,
Okay, let's hear your top 3.
All right, top 3. I just made a mess of this. Top 3: Moana, Joshua Sweet, and maybe if I'm just being honest, I'm taking one of those 2.
Moana or Joshua Sweet.
Yeah, what would you add as your top 3?
Okay, hang on. So you've people can't see. You've set aside 5 cards. What are the 5 that you have set aside?
I set aside Wildcat, Kita, Moana, and Joshua Sweet.
Well, you set aside 2 Wildcats, so we'll just count that as 1.
Yeah.
Okay, those are the ones that are in contention for me as well.
Yep.
And you said you'd take Moana or Joshua Sweet.
I think so. Out of those 4.
So for me, for those 4, Joshua Sweet would be the one I'm the least interested in.
Mm-hmm.
And those 4, first pick. I like Joshua Sweet.
Just not first pick.
Yeah. And then between the 2 evasives, I like Wildcat more than Moana. It's cheaper and it is more flexible in terms of being able to destroy items will occasionally be relevant.
Yep.
But both of those are a great place to start.
And you're getting the same value, really. Everything's just 1 down, But
Yeah.
you're playing it a turn early.
Yeah, but I think I would take Kita.
Ooh, yeah?
Well, in real life, it's just worth like $6 or $7.
Oh, for sure.
But we're not talking about that. We're
Yeah.
a very serious,
I was
very competitive podcast.
Only thinking gameplay, obviously.
Yeah, as you should. I do like Kita, I think, a little bit more than Wildcat.
Yeah.
Because it's just really flexible and gives you a lot of routes to exploit her ability that I like.
Yeah.
I will say I've never actually played with her in a draft, but
mess around and find out.
yeah, this is how I'm testing it.
Now, I think the interesting part, just going into like science of drafting and just opening packs like this too, I think part of your brain, when you see that first card you like, it's hard to shake that initial instinct. So when you find one you like, when you're just going through cards, I think you kind of hold on to that.
Yeah, so you think that's why you like Moana?
I think Moana, yeah, I think that's the first card I saw that I was like, this is good. And then you just kind of,
Yeah. Moana is good. I mean, I think Moana's a good pick. I think all 4 of those are good first picks.
Yeah.
Like we're
great pack.
Yeah, I would take Kita, but I would take Kita, then Wildcat, then the other Wildcat, then Moana, then Joshua Sweet.
Now, if I'm picking based on art, obviously just Kita.
Yeah. I think Kita's a really good card.
Yeah.
And you're paying 5 for a 3/5 that quests for 2. That's not nothing. And the ability is really good. So,
ability's great.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right.
Not bad.
Hey, that was good. You picked the same, like the top 4. Those are the same ones that I would have picked.
Hey, yo.
So I would say,
look at us.
Yeah.
Basically
passed.
as good as you.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Pick good cards, play good games.
Exactly.
All right. You want to rate some of these new cards?
Mm-hmm.
Or should we do a scenario first? I think the scenario would be a little bit quicker.
Yeah, let's.
And then we can just do as many card ratings as we want.
Yeah. I love it.
Because there's 16 new cards. We're not getting through all those.
No. One day.
So I have pulled these images that you cannot see. I've pulled a couple of images from Frank Karsten's article on TCG Infinite.
Nice.
He wrote an article about like 10 scenarios, like 10 tips for challenging versus questing. It's the core concept of the game. It's the thing, if you want to improve your gameplay, it's what you need to understand about the game.
Study that.
So go check out his article. It's great. We'll be using pieces of it in future episodes for advice. Our listeners wanted some more stuff talking about like actual gameplay tips instead of like just drafting. So we're going to try to branch into that a little bit more. So on my screen, I have the first scenario pulled up, and I'll just read it for our listeners, and you can decide. What you're trying to decide is, are you going to challenge with these? You have multiple characters. You're going to challenge with them, quest with them, or do nothing with them.
Got it.
So the scenario is on my board, I have 2 Madam Mim snakes. They're both 3/3s. And then my opponent has a Simba Protective Cub, which is a 2/3 with Bodyguard. And then they have Arthur, Trained Swordsman, which is a 4/3 that quests for 2 lore. And then I have 2 lore, and my opponent has 2 lore. So in this situation, the question is, it's your turn. Should you quest with your Madam Mims right now? You can't challenge because there's nothing to challenge.
Oh, I'm Madam Mims.
You have 2 Madam Mims on board. Your opponent has a Simba Protective Cub.
Yep.
If you don't remember, that's a 2/3 that has Bodyguard.
Yep.
And then they have an Arthur Trained Swordsman, which is a 4/3 that quests for 2.
Got it. Okay.
Want to talk through?
Sorry, I was just I forgot we have to say stuff on the pod and not just think. Yeah. So if I'm challenging, I'm challenging Simba, correct, because of the Bodyguard.
So currently you cannot challenge because
none
their
of them
characters are not exerted.
Right. It's basically in my
Taylor knows that. It's just on my screen the image it's a little confusing.
It is
so I'm sorry.
Really startling what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I wish we could share that. Okay.
We'll just go look at the article, you can see it.
Yeah, you'll see it. I think I'm gonna quest. I don't think you're gonna tell me to quest, but I would quest
with one or both?
With one.
And you're not gonna quest with the other one?
I'm just gonna quest them both. I think ultimately they would take one out when I do that, but I'm gonna quest with both.
Okay, and what do you think they would take it out with?
I think they would take it out with Arthur.
Okay, and then is that a trade that you're comfortable with them making? If you quest,
yeah. So I'm losing a Madam Mim, and then they're losing. I don't think that's not smart for them to take it out. I don't think because Arthur's. So I don't think they would take it out. Yeah, I'm questing with both.
Good answer.
Yeah,
Hey,
thank
survey
you.
says. Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Yeah, I'm questioning both. They're not going to take it out because it's not good for them.
Last night, Tucker, y'all won't care about this anecdote. A good friend of ours was just explaining why he loves Steve Harvey so much.
Yeah.
And I was laughing so hard.
That's amazing.
Hey, good answer. Good answer.
Good answer.
So yeah, that's exactly right. Because you want to quest here with both of them because it's basically free questing, right? The Simba can't do anything here.
Right.
And then the Arthur, if it challenges one of your Madam Mims and takes it out, you're okay with that because you've traded a 2 character, a 2 ink character for a 4 ink character. And their Arthur can quest for 2, whereas your Madam Mim can quest for 1. So that's a trade that you are happy for them to take.
For sure.
So you would gain 2 lore, and then if they don't do anything, that's great. You gain 2 lore for free.
I'll just do it.
If they make the trade,
good
easy.
for us, yeah.
All right. So that's the first scenario. Pass with flying colors.
All right.
So the rule of thumb there is if you can quest for free, do it.
Yeah.
If you can quest for free and they can't do anything in return, or if they do something in return but it's a negative exchange for them, then you should quest.
Yep.
Do you understand why it's a negative exchange for them?
Yeah, because they don't want to. Yeah.
They don't want to trade their 4 ink Arthur for
our
a 2 ink.
Yeah, it's not a good trade. That's why I immediately I was like, oh yeah, they'll probably take, but they're not going to do that because they don't want to lose him.
Yeah. All right. Correct. Next scenario. Last scenario. So this is the same situation. You have 2 Madam Mims. They have a Simba and an Arthur.
Yeah.
But you have 4 lore, and your opponent has 5 lore, and both of their characters are exerted. So they have a Simba that's exerted, and they have an Arthur that's exerted.
Yeah.
So your Madam Mims now, are you going to quest with them, challenge with them, or do nothing?
I think I am going to... I think I'm going to challenge with both of them.
Okay. So you're going to challenge the Simba with one and the Arthur with the other.
Correct.
Why?
Because we just talked about the exchange for a Madam Mim to an Arthur, right? So it's good for me to get rid of Arthur. And I think just clearing the board and then making those trades is good for me in this scenario.
Okay.
What does Frank say?
Frank and Jake both agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in this situation, these are 2 favorable challenges for you.
Yep.
So you take them.
Take them.
So
if they give them.
your one Madam Mim is going to take out the Arthur, and they'll both die.
Yep.
The other Madam Mim is going to take out the Simba, and it will survive.
Yep.
The Madam Mim will survive.
Hey-yo.
So there's 2 types of favorable challenges. Like when we talk about is a challenge favorable, there's one is which 2 similar characters, like your character challenges a similar character to your opponent's, but your character lives,
which is the Simba Madam Mim.
And then another situation is your character challenges a character that is superior to it in stats or abilities or
Yep, which is Arthur.
which is Arthur, because Arthur can quest for 2.
Yep.
Also, even if Simba here was a 3/3 with Bodyguard, I would still challenge
do it
and let Madam Mim die.
Agreed.
Because the ability is so good. So they're both worth 2 ink. You're not really getting a positive ink exchange there, a positive value in that regard. But that Simba has Bodyguard, and your Snake does not. So
correct.
Taking it out, that's the move.
Yep.
All right. There's 2 scenarios. You got both of them.
Boom.
Man.
Look at me.
You might be getting a promotion here soon.
Maybe I'm entering in Atlanta.
Well let's go. That would be fun. You could maybe instead of amateur, maybe you could be.
Is there an in between?
Senior novice. We'll walk you through the promotion levels of software engineer.
I love that. All right.
So
and a senior novice.
Before you become an amateur, you have to become a senior version of the thing that you are.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. So those are the scenarios.
Awesome.
We've opened a pack. We've walked through the scenarios. Up next, we're going to do some card ratings.
Fun stuff.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm so ready. Remember, my ratings are not always based on...
reality.
Ursula's Return.
All right. So
Ooh, it looks dark. Looks eerie.
The art, yeah. It looks really cool. We are going to assume that these cards exist in Into the Inklands.
Okay.
So we can't,
We're nothing compared to in this
yeah.
set.
So we're gonna act like these cards were just dropped into the Inklands and go from there.
Yeah.
That sound good?
That sounds great.
All right. So let's start off with. We'll start off with Mirabelle Madrigal.
Perfect.
Mirabelle, gift of the family.
From
Encanto.
Encanto, yeah.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Mirabelle Madrigal, new family or new keyword or archetype, whatever they call these things. She's a Dreamborn hero, Madrigal. That's cool. So you pay 5 for a 3/5 that quests for 2. It has support, and whenever this character quests, your other Madrigal characters get +1 lore this turn.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
So there are multiple other characters called Madrigal.
Gotcha.
We're not going to look at them because, we will look at some of them, but some of them are just vanillas.
Yeah. Okay, so wait, what was the saving the miracle? Whenever this character quests, your other Madrigal characters get 1+. Okay. And she's uninkable.
Uninkable, yeah.
Um,
Remember, this is our A to F scale. I'm just going to talk what you think.
Yeah.
A's are bombs. B's are really good. C's are average, but most of your deck is going to be C's. D's are below rate, but you're probably going to have a couple in your deck either way. And F's are cards that we think are unplayable, or they're just way too situational to include in your deck.
I think that she is a C-. The uninkables really throw me off.
Okay.
The support is nice. But that's where I'm at with her. Great card art. Let me just say that right now.
Yeah.
Looks incredible.
Yeah, you're at a C-. I'm
at a C-. Yeah. What are your thoughts, Jake? C-, D+.
Wait, what?
That's what I'm going C- / D+.
Okay. So, what I try to do is compare them to similar cards.
Yeah, similar abilities.
So when we pay 5 for a 3/5 that quests for 2 and has support, it makes me think of Happy from Rise of the Floodborn. I really liked Happy.
Yeah. You could ink Happy, though.
What's that?
Right? Wasn't he inkable?
Yeah, he's inkable. So she's definitely not like a B or anything.
Yeah.
But a C-, I think I would. I mean, we're really splitting hairs here, but I think I might give her a C.
Yeah.
Just because I think that support's really good. It depends on if we're assuming this is into the Inklands. In that situation, I might actually give her a C+ because she has support.
Okay. Yeah.
So cards that have support are just valued more highly in the Inklands because they can help take out locations really easily.
Oh yeah.
She's uninkable, but I think that she's above average just because she has support on good stats, and I really liked Happy in the last format.
Yeah, that's fair.
So based on my experience with Happy, I think she's good. I don't think her other ability with Madrigal characters is going to come up all that often, but when it does,
does, great. Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
So,
I'll come up to a C.
Okay. I mean, we're so close. I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Up next, we're not going to talk about Felix because he's a vanilla 3 for a 2/4 that quests for 2.
And a Fun Lemon family man.
Yeah. This is Julieta Madrigal. You pay 3 for a 1/4 that quests for 1. When you play this character, you may remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. If you remove damage this way, you may draw a card.
Ooh, that last piece. Now, I was not loving her. Just the 3/1/4 and removing damage. I was like, oh, that's kind of nice, but I don't love it. But that last piece about removing damage to draw a card, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like that part. I like drawing cards.
Yeah, we love drawing cards.
We love drawing cards. I'm gonna give her a C+.
Okay. I have her at a B-.
Yeah, that was where I was going. I was right on the edge. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're consistently one notch below where I'm at.
I am a bit of a pessimist.
Well, if you're consistent, it doesn't really matter as long
Right.
as you're being consistent.
For sure.
Yeah, I think Julieta's really good because healing stuff when it enters play is fine, but drawing a card is really, really good.
Great.
And I think you'll be able to do it consistently.
Yeah. Oh, man, Encanto is just what we didn't know we needed.
I knew I needed it.
Bruno, dude.
I don't want to talk about this card,
No,
but
we can't.
this is Bruno Madrigal. So you pay 5 for a 4/5 that quests for 1. When you play this character, chosen character gains. When this character is banished in a challenge, you may return this card to your hand this turn.
Whoa, that is very specific. Yeah. Uninkable. I don't like him.
Oh, yeah?
I don't like him at all.
What are you going to give him?
I'm going to give him a... Okay, when you... Also, the text is just funny to me.
Yeah.
When you play this character, chosen character gains. When this character is banned... Okay. I'm going to give him a D+. D.
Okay.
A D. I'm going to give him a D.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you like him? Maybe I just don't like looking at his eyes.
Yeah, the eyes are unnerving.
I got real chills.
I'm going to give him either a C+ or a B-.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, because I know he's uninkable, which is unfortunate. But you can really surprise somebody with this and like bounce, basically just throw one of your characters in, and when it dies, it comes back to your hand.
Right. Yeah, okay. I was not thinking totally through just having my character challenged.
Yeah.
I was purely thinking if they're challenging me, and I'm just like, well, they just wouldn't do it. But no, you're right. I could just chuck something out, and okay.
It's also just this turn, so you play this on turn 5. So this is a good way if you're on the play on turn. If you're on the draw, meaning you're going second.
Yep.
On turn 5, you play this, target your 4-drop with it, and you use your 4-drop to take out their 4 or 5-drop.
Yep.
Then now you've really turned the tide because that your card goes back to your hand and their card goes to the bin. So
yeah, I see the light. I was definitely too low.
I'm still not that high on it because it's uninkable, an uninkable 5-drop.
Mm-hmm. But man, when you get to do that, how fun would that be?
Yeah. So I'll probably go B-.
Yeah, I'd come up to a C+.
I like him.
Yeah. That's a fun little move.
Yeah, but I mean similar to Mirabelle Madrigal, it's just an uninkable 5-drop. It's hard to give it that high of a score.
For sure.
Okay, Dolores Madrigal.
Easy listener.
You pay 4 for a 3/3 that quests for 2. When you play this character, if an opponent has an exerted character in play, you may draw a card.
I love that.
Yeah.
3/3/2 is nice, inkable, and you're like, feels like a pretty good bet you're gonna get to draw a card. You know, you like just play this when you can draw a card. I love that. B.
That's where I'm at on this. I'd probably give it a B- or a B. Mm-hmm. I mean, think about like Maleficent from the first set. We were happy to pay 3 for a 2/2 that quests for 1.
Yeah.
That drew a card. This is a 3/3 that you're paying 1 more ink to get 1 more strength, 1 more willpower, and 1 more lore.
Yep.
It's pretty good. Mm-hmm. So I'm at a B- or a B. She's really good.
Nice.
All right, the only one is Bruno, but in your defense, that's a lot of words on that card.
It's a lot of words.
All right, let's just finish out the Madrigals, and then we'll do 1 legendary, because they showed us like 4 or 5 legendaries, and then we'll call the quiz done.
That works.
All right, Luisa Madrigal.
I'm going to be biased on this. I already know because of the song.
Okay, so you pay 4 for a 4/3 that quests for 1. It has Rush, and it's uninkable.
This character could challenge the turn they are played. That's fun. Uninkable 4/3 is nice. C. C-. C.
Final answer?
Final answer.
I think she's like a B-.
Ooh, you like her.
I really like Rush.
You do love Rush.
Every set, I've liked Rush more and more. Especially with locations. She can take out a location and then just stick around.
Yeah.
So I really like Luisa. B-. The Madrigals are stacked.
I keep not thinking about locations.
Yeah.
I've written them off so hard in my brain that I...
Harder than songs?
Yeah. Not harder than songs, don't worry.
Honestly, you could compete in Limited without any locations or songs.
Right.
Luisa's good.
Yeah.
Just this is kind of like removal on a stick in a way where it's like you can deal 4 damage to something. If it's a location, you just get to deal 4 damage.
Yeah, right.
And if it's a character, you're making a trade probably. So I really like Luisa.
Cool.
All right, we'll do the card that had me the most hyped that was released yesterday.
Yeah, this card looks sick.
The art is just, Nikolai Saviori.
Fantastic, Nicola. I bet he's never got that before.
Oh, yeah, sorry. All right.
He's not listening to this.
Mulan Elite Archer.
Nice.
You pay 6. This is a lot of text, so
Yeah.
I'm going to take my time because you're going to need to process what's happening here. You pay 6 for a 2/6 that quests for 2. It has Shift 5. When you play this character, if you used Shift to play her, she gets +3 strength this turn. So that's cool. And
Yeah.
it's an incentive to like actually want to shift her.
Right.
During your turn, whenever this character deals damage to another character in a challenge, deal the same amount of damage to up to 2 other chosen characters.
Snap. So what I love about this is that it shows me we may be incentivizing shift
Yeah.
from that, like that may be happening going forward, and I like that.
Yeah.
I think it needed that. Wow, the triple shot is just incredible. So I feel like you really need this card, though. You really do need to shift her, and we're not gonna have any idea, right, with how many.
We don't know yet.
But
let's assume there's 2 Mulans.
Yeah. So when you play,
Two
wow,
two common and uncommon Mulans.
You really need to shift her. B+.
Okay. That's not far off from where I'm at. I have her at an A.
Yeah,
There's like a straight up A.
she's great.
She is a nuke. Like, if you're behind,
Yeah,
this is what you want.
an absolute game changer.
Yeah. And when you're behind, that's what we care about.
Mm-hmm.
So I like yes, shifting her obviously is going to be cuckoo bananas. Like,
Right.
if you can play her on
Wild.
turn 5 and deal 3 damage to 3 things, congrats. You won the game. Or, sorry, deal 5 damage to 3
5,
things.
yeah. I was like, wait a minute, 5, yeah.
Deal an extra 3 damage is what I meant. So you're dealing 5 damage to 3 things. That's wild.
Absolutely bonkers.
On turn 5, that's going to kill everything except for maybe whatever they played on turn 5.
Oh, you'd be so mad.
Yeah. But even without that, if I had to just play her for 6, I think she's still so good.
Yeah.
Like, deal 2 damage to something. Also, support with this is ridiculous. Like,
Oh, yeah, dude.
you can, it just says whenever this character deals damage to another character in a challenge, deal the same amount of damage.
Yeah.
So if you can use a support character to quest and then give her, +3 strength or whatever, you can do this more than once. With support, she's just wild.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine shifting, supporting, and it's over.
Yeah. GG's. All right.
GG's. Wow.
You did it, man.
I'm exciting.
Did you say I'm excited?
I'm excited. I am exciting.
All right, y'all. I am exciting as well. I think that's an episode. I think you did good, man.
Whoa, all right.
I think
Senior
you-
novice.
Oh, you definitely passed. I think
right.
we'll give you what, like a B plus?
Thank you.
Yeah, you did good, man.
Yeah. These get degrees.
Yeah, they do. Let's see if they make top 32 at the challenge in Atlanta.
Can't wait. See you there.
Well, are you gonna try to
see
do
you in
the
the top
challenge?
8?
I mean,
Maybe.
you might as well.
I might as well. Yeah, it's here.
If we both get in, yeah.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, if you want to get some free wins, sign up. I'm just giving
We'll let you know if we're in there.
I'm giving you a hard time. They're going to be getting free wins off me as well.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Oh, it's also, this comes out a week after the challenge is a week after the new set releases.
Oh.
But the set release is only in LGS. Like, it's going to be so hard to get the
Right.
cards
Yeah,
before
the
Saturday.
Yeah, holy cow.
And you're not going to have any time to play. I'm probably just going to play my set 3 deck and call it a day.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm going all in.
Well, you don't
New
have a
set.
set 3 deck. Taylor's going to play the starter deck from set 4.
I'm taking this back. I just offended.
All right, guys. If you want to chat with us more, hop in the Discord. You can email us, fortyborn@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter @fortyborn. Yeah, and definitely don't encourage Taylor today. Yesterday wasn't important at all for him. And let us know how your bracket's doing. Hopefully it's better than mine.
Yeah, let us know.
Am I forgetting anything?
You're not. I passed tests. That's what I do.
Do you feel relieved?
Yeah. Actually, I do feel a lot of relief.
Honestly, me too, because I had no idea what to expect, but you crushed it.
Thanks, man. That's
All
what
right.
I'm here for.
Later, y'all.
See ya.